justice system in America is what we base, our livelihoods on, and it's all about equality and being blind, right? Um, right now, that's not how it is, though, because we're so impoverished here. It is not equal. It is not just for all of us. So I would say with programs like this, if you fund more programs like this, it adds accessibility to our native people, and it helps even out that justice. Because if we're going to say justice is blind, then we have to mean it. Um, and when it comes to impoverished communities who don't have access to help with navigating the legal world, we're missing out on that equality that we claim. And it's uber important that programs like this come up everywhere around Indian country, not just here. When you were in my position pre-tape, I'm just going off of things that I know from court, from which basically comes from either the actual hearing or speaking with the clerk of court, working with other attorneys, when we have adverse parties, things like that, is how I learned private previously. So there was a lot that I didn't know about. Having both of those sides of professors and then people practicing currently, whether it was tribal courts or state courts. um, the court that we did, when we go to Billings and do all that, that's definitely good for practice, because in our lectures we are learning, different portions of law. We go through like family court, probate, like everything that's civil, right? um, but when we get to actually, practice litigating in a courtroom and kind of get the feel for it, I think that was just super valuable because I had never done that before, even though I had been here. And so you get to, see what other people do, how they present their case, and you get more guidance in presenting your case as well. And now, I'm definitely going in there a lot more confident for my clients. And I also have, resources from the lectures and everything. Now, if I have a question, I'm like, I have an expert on that. And it can be a stepping stone, right? Like, I do plan on going to law school. And because of the program, I may be able to have access to scholarships now. I know actual department heads and professors at schools, and I know about those schools. So this is an avenue for our people to get involved in law when we don't know how to begin. And this is a way to do it. With Valerie and everyone, they just do it in such a way that they like understand the culture, but they also understand. So it's not overwhelming, like going to a 4-year undergrad pre-law could be for us. It's people we know. So yeah, it's just super important we keep programs like this going. Where I would usually practice, I guess, would be family court, but TAPE has allowed me to expand that. So there's been people coming with like probate issues, other civil issues, wanting help with a will, and it's been good to be able to kind of diversify in different ways that I can help. It's just shown me that there's a lot of need in our community. I mean, you could probably hire like 20 of me, and there still would be more work to go around, because there's just so many people seeking legal help, with tons of different things in civil capacity. These people, basically they're going pro se. So anything helps. And when we actually get results for them, and can show them, ways to navigate the legal system that helps them. I mean, we have people who are just like, can I bead you something? Like, can I gift you something? Like you can see it in the people. I mean, I've had our clients cry and say, there's no way we would have been able to afford an attorney. There's no way we would have known how to do that. We would have lost. And so thank you. So we definitely see the impact of what we're doing here, and we could just use a lot more of it, a lot more help.